Protests continuing against the Trump presidency happening tonight in a number of cities, coast to coast. CNN continues to follow them. Our political coverage continues all night long. Stay with us. CNN Tonight with Don Lemon starts now.
This is CNN Breaking News.
Breaking news, protests spreading in the wake of Donald Trump's election. This is CNN Tonight. I'm Don Lemon. The voters have spoken, but this is still a country divided. Hillary Clinton apparently winning the popular vote, while Donald Trump wins a stunning upset electoral college victory.
To all Republicans and Democrats and independents across this nation, I say it is time for us to come together as one united people.
Donald Trump is going to be our president. We owe him an open mind and the chance to lead.
We're not Democrats first. We're not Republicans first. We are Americans first. We're patriots first. We all want what's best for this country.
Here are the important questions. But what happens now? What will America become under President Trump? And why did so many experts never see this coming? Our breaking news tonight. You're looking live at protests growing in cities all across this country tonight in the wake of Donald Trump's stunning upset victory less than 24 hours ago. From Trump's hometown, right here in New York, to Chicago. From Denver to Oakland. Let's get right now to CNN's Jason Carroll and Gene Casares outside Trump Tower here in New York. Also CNN's Ryan Young at an anti-Trump protest in Chicago tonight. And Paul Verkammen joins us this evening from Los Angeles. Jason, to you first. You're outside Trump Tower. It's not even a full day of the Trump as President-elect Trump. And there are mass protests. What's going on?
Still thousands of people out here in front of Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue. Some of the crowd has leveled out a bit here, Don, but you can see police have managed to move a number of the protesters into a penned section off by fences here. We are right on Fifth Avenue. The protesters now more between 57th and 56th. They're a little further south now on Fifth Avenue, a little closer to 56th Street. They've been out here now for about 2 hours. They are very angry. Many of them telling me earlier, Don, they feel as though Donald Trump ran a racist campaign. They are not pleased, obviously, with the results of what happened last night, and they're looking for a way to vent their anger, vent their frustration with the system, with the media, with Donald Trump, a number of issues. That's why they've gathered out here. So far, it's been pretty peaceful. Police officers, you can see here on the other end in force, standing at the ready just in case. But again, they've managed to disperse much of the crowd here on 57th Street, but a number of protesters still out here, still in front of Trump Tower, still very much voicing their anger. Don?
All right, Jason, I want you to stand by. I want to get to Gene Casares. Gene, you're in the crowd with those protesters. What are they saying?
Well, they're chanting, Donald Trump is not our president, Donald Trump, go away. We're here, and the New York Police Department said that at its height there were 5,000 people here. We want to show you over here because I'm at a different vantage point from Jason, and there are a lot of people here, and they are passionate, and they are continuing to chant different chants, some of them extremely vulgar. Some are, Trump is not our voice. Don't take America. Don't make America hate again. Not my president. Some even saying America has never been great and there should be a revolution. Now, this was put on, it was promoted on Facebook, gathering so many people from the socialist alternative. And they also, as far as promotion, do not believe that the Democratic Party has been fair to them by having Hillary Clinton as a nominee because she was not able to stop Donald Trump. And this group believes that Bernie Sanders could have stopped him, but they are primarily here tonight to voice their objection to who will be the 45th president of the United States. Don?
And you said, Gene, at the height that New York City police said it was about 5,000 people. How many people are out there now, and how long do they plan to stay? Do you know?
I would say close to 1,000 right now, and their voices are still passionate. But we actually walked with them from Union Square up to here, 56th and 5th Avenue, all along 5th Avenue. That's 40 blocks. It kept building as they kept walking. More and more people came and joined the group. But as you see, they're loud. They're loud. They're passionate, and they don't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon.
All right, Gene, I want you to stand by. Let's get to Chicago now. Ryan Young is there. Ryan, you're out there among the protesters. Who are they, and what are they saying?
Huge crowd so far. In fact, I want to show you where we are. Famous Michigan Avenue is right behind us. We're on Upper Wacker, and you can see the big building right here. That is Trump, the tower that's here in town. That's where they are deciding to do this protest. One of the things I want to tell you already is, if you hear the chants that are going on, you can definitely hear they're using the F word. But if you look on top of that, look at the bus that's right here. That bus has been covered with people who decide to jump on top of the bus and show their disagreement with Donald Trump. On top of that, this crowd here is huge. I would tell you the crowd is more than a few thousand people, more than a half a mile long. And, you know, we can keep seeing the crowd grow and grow. At one point, they were able to block parts of Lakeshore Drive. They've been loud, they've been consistent, and they've been showing you this displeasure. This actually started around 5 o'clock, and I can tell you it seems like every half hour this continues to grow. More and more young people are growing into this crowd. And one thing about it is it's a very diverse crowd. You have people from the Mexican community, black people, Latin people, white people. They're all together in this in terms of what they're doing in terms of protesting. Now they're doing the coordinated chants saying they're against Trump and they want a different president. Obviously, someone's already been voted in, so people are saying they want to change things, and you can hear them talking about this at this point. But Don, I don't even know if you can hear me because it's so loud out here at this point right now.
We can barely hear you, but we can make out what you're saying. You're a little bit low there. Ryan, I want you to stand by. You can see Ryan Young is in Chicago. There's also a protest on the other side of your screen from Portland, Oregon. And if you're just tuning in, we're following protests around the country in the wake of the election of Donald Trump, the new president-elect. I want to get to Los Angeles now. That's where we find our Paul Verkaman. Paul, what's happening there?
John, I'm just off camera. We have about 200, 300. This is growing, maybe 400 people here on the steps of City Hall. This is an extremely young crowd. Many of them were high schoolers who started earlier in the day. And one of the things that we're hearing throughout this part of California is people in this crowd telling us that they now fear that Donald Trump is going to launch into motion a series of events that causes them to have loved ones or relatives deported. I'm now going to talk to Avion, who's one of those people. Your fears right now about friends or relatives?
Yes, I am.
Tell us what you're worried about.
I'm worried that our racist president is going to deport my family back to their homelands. It's not right. We have the right to be here. No one should never be back to deported or where they come from. Donald Trump needs to leave the White House. He needs to be impeached.
And can you tell us, I know you're probably fearful of being very specific, but which relatives are you talking about? Who are you worried about? And are you a citizen?
I am a citizen of the U.S., but my family is not. My family lives in Alabama, but they might be deported either back to Japan or back to Guam. So I'm a little worried about them right now.
All right, Don, that's just one of the sentiments here. And then also what we've been hearing throughout the night is people who are telling us that they feel California is its own nation state, very different from the rest of the country. And if you look at this sign right here, it echoes what you saw at Brexit. It says, Cal exit, because we have different values, but we share love for freedom. And you heard someone yell secession now. You're Cat. What is going through your mind right now? And how serious are you taking this notion?
All right, what's going through my mind right now is just like a lot of emotion. I think today was a very emotional day for everybody in California. Emotions are running high. I heard this word thrown around quite a bit. And I think part of the thing is, we want it to be peaceful. We understand some people feel this way, other people feel this way. There's not necessarily right or wrong, but we can coexist, but we need to maybe it's like an amicable breakup.
We need to stop being codependent and start being independent.
For sure.
We've been codependently supporting the rest of the country for too long. It's like having some broke-ass friend for dinner who just gives you shit about your lifestyle choices.
The thing is, our values. It's our core value system. I'm from the Midwest, and I moved here because I wanted to be around open-minded people. I wanted to be around this diversity, and this diversity is what I love about living in LA. And when somebody attacks the diversity of my community, I take that as a personal attack, and that's not okay.
And as a California native, I grew up in the 70s, and I grew up around this idea that we could take care of the earth. And if the Californian environmental values aren't spread out to the rest of the country, the whole planet is screwed.
It's about
a whole issue.
It's about respect. It's a global issue.
Global issue.
Respecting our neighbors.
Let's listen. You're saying this is a global issue.
It isn't a global issue because we need to take initiative in order to take care of everybody. It starts with humans. We have to take care of the planet. We have to take care of water. We have to take care of children. We have to take care of the future. Without these implementations in our system, we're extremely doomed. And that is negative for the effect of our society and the children. I do this because I care for the future. I am concerned about what would happen in 20 years from now. Already there's indications in China and in India that pollution is killing people, children and elderly especially. And I'm extremely passionate of what I do, and I will never stop.
We really appreciate your guys' comments. I'm going to send it back to you now, Don. You got a flavor for it. You can see over here, as we said, these are literally the steps of City Hall. And we now have about 200 to 300 to 400 people here, very peaceful. And the Los Angeles Police Department taking a very standoffish approach in that they're off in the distance. We're not seeing any confrontations. And by the way, just in the last couple of moments, we've seen some more signs, yellow signs, that say Wall Street is the enemy, not Muslims or immigrants. Don, I can't hear you so well, so I'll toss it back to you, and I hope I can hear you.
All right, Paul. I know it's very loud there. Paul Verkaman is in Los Angeles for us. Los Angeles, Oakland, California. Protests growing all across the country this evening, although the one in New York may be dissipating just a little bit. Also in Chicago this evening, there is a protest, and there is a big one happening. The one that started it all was the one in New York City, right at Trump Tower. And again, let's go back to Jason Carroll.